Welcome back, everyone, to HDC. Hope everyone's doing well. I think one of the things that us as Americans need to understand is the ATF goes after people like you and I because, one, they are scared to handle real crime. It's as simple as that. But when you tell everyone that civilians don't need guns, and then you go after, once again, people like us instead of, I don't know, some 18-year-old kid who's slinging rock on the side of a street that's got a Glock with a switch on it, it starts to get a bit fishy. I mean, it just does. I just recently got back from Port A doing a little bit of trout fishing, so trust me, I know what fishy smells like. Also, I was recently with an ATF agent's mother, and no, not gonna go there. But you get where I'm going with this. But after seeing all of this over the past couple of months, one has to ask, or at least have in the back of their head, when am I next? When am I gonna have an ATF agent come to my house, my apartment, whatever, knock on my door and say something like this? Hello, my name is Agent Farabee. This is my trans partner, Joseph, but he goes by he, she pronouns. I'm sorry, what? He, she? Yeah, we're just here to measure your barrel. Yeah, he may want to, sorry, she may want to measure something else just to see. All jokes aside, though, it's all in the back of our minds, right? It's like, okay, what do I own that the ATF doesn't like? If there is one thing in the Second Amendment community that we believe, it's that no one is coming to save you. It's up to us and only us to protect our life, our families, and our wealth. As we've seen recently, banks are falling left and right, and the government is discussing taking total control of your money with this new digital dollar. Don't let your life savings become a casualty of falling corporations and currency wars. Now is the time to call the only precious metals dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and your retirement by diversifying your wealth portfolio into physical gold and silver. American Hartford Gold has a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. They are also the official sponsor of NASCAR. They have free shipping, free insurance, and they have a low price guarantee, which means that if you find a lower price, they will match it and send you a free coin. So tell them that I sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver, just like this silver coin they sent me on your first order. So call them now. You can click the link in the description or call 844-940-0662. That's 844-940-0662. Or you can text HEAVY to 65532. Again, that's 844-940-0662 or text HEAVY to 65532.
Hey, there you go. Hey, sir, how you doing? I'm looking for Christopher Joust.
He's not here right now.
Okay. All right, cool. So, my name's Mike. I'm with ATF. You don't need to see my lottery tickets. I'm with ATF. All right. He's on a list of some devices that he purchased for firearms.
If he gets caught with it after this point, though, he's on notice as knowing that he's not supposed to have it. So.
Okay.
Who the f*** is that guy? Who the f*** is that?
Are you his father, or?
Yeah.
Can I get your name, sir?
Tell him I said I am his daddy.
Well, I truly believe that all of us in the Second Amendment community have came together and have honestly kind of put the ATF in their place. And that's through people sending us their experiences with the ATF, whether it was the guy who was just minding his own business and the ATF agents with the AR-500 gongs came up to him.
Are aware that you did purchase FRTs. Again, you wouldn't be in trouble if you just give those up to us. Or
us putting that out in the open, it does something. It will definitely have an ATF agent thinking, okay, they got cameras up at their house. This is going to end up on the internet. We better act somewhat right here. So now what are they doing? The ATF, in my opinion, has completely switched stances, and it's even a bigger problem than it was before. So instead of focusing on crime, they have focused on the American-loving citizen who has an AR-15 to protect their family, and they've done everything that they could possibly do to disarm us. It's been ineffective. So now what they're doing is they're going to the source. And it's honestly simple economics. You take the source away, or you make it very hard for the source to complete its job, there's no more product. So what they're doing now in mass numbers is they are targeting FFLs. And if you don't know what an FFL is, no big deal. You may be new to the Second Amendment community, and we're happy to have you. But an FFL is a federal firearms license. And any shop that you go to buy a gun, they've got one. Unless you're a criminal, then who cares? I mean, you can go on the street, just buy whatever you want, no paperwork, no nothing. I mean, they're not coming after you anyway because they're scared of you. So that's our gun control in this country working out really well. So this is the new tactic from the ATF to disarm Americans. So what exactly are they doing? They're going to FFLs and they are literally searching through all of their documents. It's called an ATF audit. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't know obviously what everyone does for work on here, but paperwork sucks. It sucks. It is something that is bound to have a mistake on it. But with the ATF, no. If you have an FFL, you're not allowed to be human. You can't make a mistake. If there was one mistake, this is their MO now. If there's one mistake, goodbye. We're revoking you. I'm sorry. It's not even it's not my decision. It's coming from the higher-ups. Who's the higher-up? Biden? He doesn't even know what an FFL is. He probably thinks it stands for federal f***ing lick. Get him another ice cream cone. Gotta make sure that FFL is operating well. So essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to destabilize the gun market, at least the legal one, right? I mean, come on. So the people, or the FFLs that they're mainly targeting, are called kitchen table FFLs, which means they don't have a shop. And they don't need one. You can have a gun shop ran out of your house. As long as you're following all of the ATF's 5 trillion different rules, it's legal. But once again, from the ATF sides, if they add a little bit of logic to it, who are they going to be more successful against? A gun shop that's been around for 50 years, has a huge warehouse, has probably lawyers on retainer in case anything happens, or a guy who recently got his FFL, who's running it out of his house, who's trying to make a living, and who probably doesn't have an extra 10, 20, 30 grand in the bank account to hire a lawyer to fight the ATF if they revoke his license because of a little clerical error. So let me get real with everyone for a second, because it's probably going to get pretty real pretty soon with the way the ATF is doing these FFLs. They have rejected 500% more FFLs from 2020 until now. That's not some random thing. And that's new FFLs. That's not even going after old ones. You guys thought that with the average American citizen who has an AR-15 to protect their family, maybe bought a solvent trap, you showed up at their house, they just thought, oh, you know what? Well, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the fight. Here you go. Just take it. I don't care. You guys thought that was hard. You guys thought that was going to be bad. Now take that and times it by 1 million. You're starting to do this to FFLs. People who have built their livelihood around their gun shop. It's how they feed their family. It's how they're going to send their kids to college. It's how they're going to buy their daughter a somewhat safe car for their first car. You're starting to mess with people's livelihood. Screw us. Let's take the American citizen out of the equation. This is a business. It's a business that somebody has put their blood, sweat, and tears into. I can't imagine it, honestly. Y'all remember Waco, right? When the ATF went and shot a bunch of dogs, killed a bunch of kids. Something like that. If they continue to do these FFLs like that, something like that is going to happen again. Because one of these FFLs who's built their whole life, their whole livelihood around this business, they're going to say, no, f*** you. I'm not shutting down. We are getting to a turning point with this whole gun control thing. We really are. Americans are fed up. We're fed up. And once again, if you think we're fed up, talk to some FFLs.